The black community suffers from the worst health disparities. The Minister of Wellness Ministries is the only pro-black Bible-based health ministry of its kind. We teach biblical health principles that can eradicate obesity and disease. We have everything you need to feel better than you've ever felt in your life. Act now to get your biblical health ebook and DVD, both for free. TheMinisterofWellness.com, TheMinisterofWellness.com.
So we got a story about McDonald's. Now, a lot of you go to McDonald's, unfortunately, in this country, and it's not something that's good for any of our health. But McDonald's would pay $33.5 million to a former baseball player who owns multiple franchises to end a lawsuit he brought against the company, accusing it of racial discrimination. Now, is that surprising in America? No, it's not. So our brother, Herb Washington, is, of course, he's a brother. Owned more than a dozen restaurants in Ohio and Pennsylvania when he filed a lawsuit in February that said the company has treated white owners more favorably and denied him the opportunity to buy restaurants in more affluent communities. So I guess they just wanted to keep him, in low-income areas. Now, McDonald's said in a statement Thursday that the amount it was paying Washington for 13 franchises was no more than what we deem a fair price for the value of the restaurants. Now, they say we're confident in the strength of our case, this resolution aligns with McDonald's values and enables us to continue focusing on our commitments to the communities that we serve, said the company said, adding that discrimination has no place at McDonald's. Really? Okay. They say Washington agreed to drop the suit and to no longer be a franchisee as part of the settlement agreement. They said a lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in Youngstown said McDonald's sought to steer Washington towards stores located in poorer neighborhoods and that black owners average around $700,000 less in annual sales per store than white owners. They say the news outlet reached out to attorneys for Washington and Cleveland and New Orleans for comment. And they say last week the company announced it will spend $250 million over 5 years to recruit and support franchise owners from minority, listen to the word, minority, don't mean black, communities. It said the news outlet also said, in September 2020, more than 50 black former franchise owners sued the company with similar allegations. So that brother wasn't the only one. The suit said the black owners were offered to buy stores in poor areas that had higher security and insurance costs and were denied things like rent assistance during the renovations they said white owners were given. Now, the brother is a former Michigan State University track star who played for parts of 2 seasons with the Oakland Athletics in the mid-1970s. So what is this saying? Let me tell you something. Racism, white supremacy permeates in everything, okay? Now, if you had read our brother, Neely Fuller's book, he tells you that. It is broken down in every area of activity. And because this is their culture, they carry their culture with them. It don't matter the corporation. It don't matter the school district. It don't matter whatever you could think, government, law, whatever, right? They carry it with them because it's not the institutions that's the problem. It's the people running those institutions is the problem. That's what that is. So I told y'all, if you really want to see a change in America, they can't run it. As long as they run it, it's going to be that way. It's never going to change because they're not going to change. Because racism, white supremacy is their culture. They created that. And this is what they teach in their household. Remember, some of the first words they say at the age of 2 is the N-word. Why? Because it's said in their home a lot. Or if it's not said in that particular home, somebody in that family says it. Children at 2 hear things and they just repeat it. That's how they eventually go into daycare and they're using the N-word all of a sudden. Not because this child was born that way. No, they make sure to pass down racism, white supremacy like an inheritance. Understand? I understand this. I understand this completely. This is why none of this like this. Oh my God, no. Once you understand this in the culture and this is what's being taught in the home, then you're going to look at it a whole lot different instead of like, oh my God. You understand? So let's talk solutions. What would I tell my brother? Brother, why don't you look for a reputable, famous, that's really got some shine in certain cities, black owned hamburger stand. Matter of fact, it's popped in my head. Why don't you go to Atlanta, holler at the sister that owns Slutty Vegan? Why don't you take those millions of dollars that you just got from McDonald's and see if you could put into Slutty Vegan and let that sister grow and let that sister be all over the place? You be in as an investor, getting multiple, Slutty Vegans out there, right? Do that. Instead of taking our money and putting it in corporations that's not going to treat us right. Why can't we find a black restaurant who just really need that capital? Because good and well, according to research, black businesses do not get the capital. I can relate to that. They don't get the capital and they don't get the investments. So black folks with the money, you rather go take your money and go give it to a group of people who don't respect you, who won't even treat you right, that you got to freaking sue to actually do the right thing. And they know they was wrong. That's why they was willing to cut that check to you and say, well, look, you can't be a franchisee. Well, do I want to be one at this point? No. But get with your sister in Atlanta. I don't know why she popped up in my mind. Get with your sister that runs Slutty Vegan. Take that $33 million and sit down with your sister and say, listen, sister, how can we expand Slutty Vegan? I'm an investor, of course, I'm looking to make money off my investment. But what can we do to expand and make Slutty Vegan a not only Atlanta, but a nationwide brand? How can we get some Slutty Vegan, foods in the grocery store? Can we do that? Can we mass produce this? Can we get a Slutty Vegan in Johannesburg, South Africa? Can we get one there? Can we put one in Jamaica, in Kingston? Can we do that? How about we put a Slutty Vegan in Nigeria? Can we, what I'm trying to say is, stop always trying to invest in it. Listen, the brothers and sisters that are making the money. Stop putting your money into these people and put it into our own communities. What's so hard about that? These people you got to sue these people to treat you right. They don't care how much money you got. They don't respect you. They would never respect you. They would never respect me. I'm cool with that because I understand that's their culture not to respect me. But we have to respect ourselves enough and invest into other black people when you get the money. I'm not saying just throw your money in any person just because they black. No, I'm saying if you see somebody with a good product and you see lines around the corner and it's ran well, why can't you take some of that money and invest it into another black person? That's what these other groups do. See, McDonald's is ran by them. So think about it. McDonald's take care of their people. That's why they was giving them the best locations and giving you crap. So why can't we do the same when we get the bag? We get the bag, we go run it and give it right back to them folks. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me, but listen, even if you went to do something in the continent of Africa, at least I'm passing the money to black people. At least I'm passing it to them. At least I'm creating jobs for them. I'm just saying. A lot of people like to do all that talking about they rah-rah and whatever. But when it comes to your money don't line up with that talking you're doing. You rah-rah and all lying about this, black that, but your money don't say black at all. Your money say pro-white. And that's what if we would be more pro-black in our money instead of pro-black in our speech, then we'll get somewhere as a people, like them other groups do. Because them other groups that come here, they're pro their communities with their money, not just with their words. And they definitely pro them in their politics. But let me know in the comments what you think about this particular story. Stop running to throw your money at these people corporations. We have built up this country enough for them. We've done enough. Start investing more into our own communities. That's what we need to do. Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.